On today's episode, we're gonna get into the last Elijah Craig Barrel Proof Batch Series of 2024. This is C924. We're gonna figure out if this is the best one so far this year. I go by the name of, let's get into this.
Play the intro.
I go by the name of Lord, this serve you some whiskey. Welcome back. We got it, folks. We got the last one of the year, the C924. You know what? I always say this much. Out of all the releases that come out from different distilleries, I do honestly look forward to Elijah Craig Barrel Proof the most. Why? Because it's easy to find. Once again, depending on your market. But I thoroughly enjoy finding these. I'll be honest, I don't live in a place where there's an abundance of Stag Junior picks. There is abundance of like Old Forester barrel picks and things like that, but it's something about the Elijah Craig Barrel Proof I personally like. I said it, I like it there. So what that said is these obviously come out 3 times a year. They're usually early in the year with the A series, then the B, which I was able to actually get. Did a review on that one. If you want to see that one, wow. But we're talking about the C924 today. It's nothing different. It's the same packaging as always. Elijah Craig bottle. The proof is on there. It's 129 and that's it. But if you really want to know, it is aged 11 years and that's it. It's just 11 years flat. That's what they gave us, C924. So I'm pretty curious what it's all about. Now, go in for the nose. On the nose already, there's a slight difference from the B524. With this one, I'm getting a dusty moon pie note. I love moon pies. Let me know in the comments if you like moon pie. It's definitely sweet. You definitely get a lot of bacon spices for it, hence the moon pie. Next to the moon pie, I'm definitely getting, you know, like the caramel that you bake with and the plastic, you're not really supposed to eat them, but you eat them anyway. I'm guilty. I would sit there and eat like 50 of those caramel squares. But I'm definitely getting that, followed by vanilla bean. But like a vanilla bean that would be like in like Breyer's ice cream. Oh, this smells so good. I would say off that, this one comes off a little more desserty, in my opinion, than the B524. There is a butterscotch note that is fading in there. However, I still can't get past that dusty moon pie note, which I love. There is a crazy note that is popping out though. Ooh, oh yeah, hell yeah. There's like a Nerds candy note in there. Most of us has had Nerds candy, but there is a Nerd candy note in this. Pretty pleasant. I remember with the B524, the biggest note on that one to me at the time was, it was like burnt sugar. So it was more like cotton candy note that kind of stood out to me more with that. But this is giving Nerds and that dusty moon pie note. Let's go in for the taste. Ooh, all right. So already the first note I get hit with is that butterscotch note. That butterscotch note, it hits me. It's a mixture between like the butterscotch candy and like the, what is it, Butterfinger BB bar. So it's not necessarily chocolatey per se, but you know, more of the end part of like the Butterfingers bar, which I get a lot in that. So I guess you could say, I don't know if it's like a peanut or whatever in there, that little dusty note is definitely transferring over in there. At 129, that's the proof. There is a little heat, but not too crazy. I know the B524 to me had like a vibe that I really like, that nice Kentucky hug per se. But this one is pretty pleasant. Overall, on the palate, it definitely comes out like more desserty. This to me, I feel is perfect for the winter / fall time. This, I would say, it would feel like more of like a nightcap to me. This is something if I had like a bunch of great pours throughout the night and I don't necessarily want to blow my palate out towards the end, that, you know, this is it right here. You know, it still have a little heat on it to it, but I feel well, the complexity with all the sweet notes and things like that, it just feels like a good dessert type of, you know, pour. Overall in the finish, I would say it is a medium long finish, not super long, but the viscosity is mouth coating. You know, on the palate, There is a lot going on. It's not super oily, but it's getting the job done enough in my opinion. Now, where would I rate this from A, B, and C this year? I couldn't tell you about A because I don't personally have A. I would like to look for A and then come back and give you my honest opinion on that, or maybe find a sample of it. But from what I know between the B and the C, what I had, the B I would say maybe palate wise, prefer a little bit more over the C. However, the C does come off a little more dessertier. Would I buy another version of C? More likely, yeah. Like I said, they're two different beasts. Obviously it's the same distillate, but they're two different vibes in my personal opinion. So would I recommend you going out to get this one? It's up to you. I mean, if you are an Elijah Craig barrel proof person, hound, or fiend, I mean, hell, you got to collect them all like Pokemon, right? But do I think this is something that is life-changing of a pour? No, not at all. I don't think, for the most part, it could be debatable. There's been some past Elijah Craig releases that have been life-changing pours. Is this one it? No, this one to me, although it's good, there was one that came out years ago. I forgot the proof of it. It was low, but it was nothing to write home about. And this is what this reminds me of. Although I do like the palate of it and the nose, I don't think this is something that, you know, you got to go out your way to find. So if you don't see this one in your market, you don't get it this season, don't feel bad. Just trust me, they'll make it's Elijah Craig. 3 more are gonna come out next year, I promise you. And then the next year after this, next year after that. Do with your money what you do, what you do, what you do, what you do. I personally wouldn't do anything secondary with this. You know, if you see it for retail and this is your vibe, hell, go for it. So yeah, that's my 2 cents. So you like this one, go ahead, give me a good old like, comment, and subscribe. Yeah. And like we always say at this time, folks, cheers, salute, sante, Kobe, and all that jazz.